Recently, I realized I've let my life routine get me a little soft, comfortable, and I'm sure the last year of having gyms and, well, everything shut down hasn't made it any better, but I noticed I'm not challenging myself as much, and that's why I've set new goals of building my endurance and training for mountain climbing, because I want to do something difficult, something challenging, something that pushes me out of my comfort zone. And while it's been a while since I've been doing consistent cardio, my body is definitely feeling it. Aches and pains that I haven't felt in a long time while I get acclimated to it. So far, I'm loving it, but it also means I'm having to eat a lot more calories. All right, what's going on, everybody? I just got back from the gym, and like you heard, my new routine has me doing cardio 4 times a week at 30 minutes or climbing the mountain for it takes about an hour and a half to do the mountain. So this is tough in a totally different way than my normal high intensity bodybuilding workouts, and the two combined freaking pooped. I'm also burning way more calories, which means if I want to continue bulking, I'm gonna have to eat a lot more calories. That's why today's video, I want to do something a little bit different. I want to show you everything I ate in a single week. Now, before we hop into it, I want to say that one thing that helps me make progress in the gym and outside of the gym is consistency. So you might be surprised at how many of these meals I just repeat in a single week. It takes away a lot of the guesswork, and I have to admit, I'm a bit of a creature of habit. And so for me, that makes things a lot easier, maybe a little bit boring. So the main thing I'm having right now is my staple smoothie and veggie juice, which you've probably seen on the channel a billion times. But the smoothie is 1.5 bananas, a little over a cup of peach, pear, mango, and blueberries, 2 cups of Ripple milk, a scoop of Vivo Life protein, and some Vivo Life creatine. And then the veggie juice, super simply, is just 32 ounces of spinach, carrot, and celery juice. This just a great way to carb up, get some calories in, liquid, digest really fast. Now, this other breakfast I've been having on the other days is this new pancake recipe that I found that is absolutely phenomenal. I'll put the recipe on screen, but it's super fast to mix up. It's light, it's fluffy, and man, it's freaking good. I top it with some syrup, and this time I tried to top it with some powdered sugar for the video, but I actually ran out, so this happened.
No one will ever know it's flour, not powdered sugar.
Okay, breakfast admittedly is a little simple, but lunch and dinner is where the true magic happens. Before we get into that, I want to give a shout out to the sponsor of this video, Native, which if you've followed for a while, you know is my favorite deodorant on the planet. I haven't had the best luck with vegan deodorants in the past. A lot of them are super sticky, they aren't strong enough, so they don't cover my stank at about halfway through the day. I'm pretty much offending people when I walk by them. But Native is great because it dries quickly when you apply it. The scent lasts all day for me. They're vegan, cruelty-free, aluminum, paraben, sulfate-free, and they're made with simple ingredients like coconut oil, shea butter. They've also got a ton of scents, which is really cool. This time I got paradise flower and amber, which smells like a flower, palm leaf and bergamot, which smells mature like a nice cologne, eucalyptus and mint, which smells really nice and fresh. Also really cool, Native teamed up with Jungalow and launched some new scents like tangerine and citrus, sandalwood and fig, as well as the bergamot and the paradise flower scents I talked about already. They also offer free shipping to the US, and they just started offering toothpaste and body washes. All 4 of the Jungalow scents I mentioned come in body wash as well, so go check them out. 3 deodorants are normally $36, but if you use my link and code BTurner6, you get them for $24, which is literally 33% off. With my code, you can also get 20% off of their new toothpaste and their body washes. So I'll put their link and I'll put the code in the description below. Go check them out. My favorite vegan deodorant brand by far. Now I'm gonna finish this workout up and we're gonna get to lunch. Okay, next up obviously is lunch, which I usually have immediately post workouts, but on some days where the day is taking a little bit longer, I'll just have a double-sized dose of dinner instead of lunch. The one I've been having the most is my lentil soup recipe, which I featured on the channel a few times, but I've made some improvements with it. It's pretty simple. I simmer an onion that's minced up, a bunch of mushrooms, and about 10 cloves of garlic or so until they brown in a big boiling pot. Then I add a big russet potato that's chunked up, a bit of broccoli, a carrot that's cut up, a can of chunky tomatoes, 4 cups veggie broth, 3 cups water, 2 cups dry lentils, and then I add the spices, which just 2 teaspoons of cumin and 2 teaspoons of chili powder. I'll then just let that simmer on low for about 30 minutes. Then when it's done, I add my cashew cream, which is also super simple. It's just 1 cup of cashews with some water and a tablespoon of lemon juice. Then I just chop up some mixed greens and add that to the soup, and it's done. This makes enough soup for an entire week, which I just pack away in some containers, and really easily I can just pull it out, put it in a bowl. I cover this in some sriracha and chili flakes, and I have this with sourdough toast every time. The other lunch I've been having is actually a really quick one. I use about half of the bag of Trader Joe's edamame stir fry mix, which is so good. And then I just bulk it up by adding quinoa, black beans, broccoli. I fry it all up in a fry pan. And of course, I top it with sriracha, which if you haven't been able to tell yet, I have a slight obsession with. All right, dinner time. This is where about 2/3 of my calories come from. This is my last meal in the day, but I'll also sometimes have a snack before bed as well if I'm still hungry. So my most common dinner is the biggest and most packed with nutrients one. It's a giant Buddha bowl. So pretty simply, I cut up my veggies, jalapeno, broccoli, green onion. I put about 2 to 3 cups of cooked quinoa and about 4 to 5 russet potatoes that I baked in the oven at 400 degrees for an hour. I cut those into chunks on a plate. I put all that together, then I add the veggies on top of it. I top it with a tahini sauce, which I'll show on screen, which is Simnett Nutrition's. It's so freaking good. I'll top that with 2 servings of corn vegan chicken for some extra protein. I'll add a copious amount of sriracha, chili flakes, dill weed, and finally, just a little bit of sprouts on the top. Oh, and it's 2 plates. Yeah, it's big food around here. Big spicy food. Okay, my other big dinner that I'll have is for nights where I want something much quicker, so I'll do pasta. I mix 50 to 50 normal penne pasta with chickpea protein pasta from Banza, just to get some extra protein. The marinara I use is Tantilo, which is literally the best sauce in the world. I get it from Albertsons. I don't know where you can get it, but if you can get it, you gotta get it because it's freaking good. And then we'll air fry some Gardein meatballs, usually about 4 of them, and then I add a bit of black beans, maybe about half a can, just for extra protein, and I top all that with some nutritional yeast just because it's kind of like a Parmesan substitute, but it also adds some protein in there. Super simple, but super good. Okay, my last dinner, which feels like it probably should be in the breakfast section, but I do eat this as a second meal if I'm still hungry after first dinner. It's the simplest thing ever. It's a cup or 2 of grape nuts, which is like a super simple, kind of tasteless cereal, but I really like it when you add a tablespoon of cacao nibs, a few packets of stevia, and then a cup or 2 of Ripple milk. Something about this just does it for me. It tastes like a chocolate chip cookie cereal, but it's got really good macros, and in my opinion, it's a nice healthy way to get some extra calories in for me. Okay, that's it for dinner. Like I said, I'm a creature of habit. I repeat those a lot. So finally, can't forget the snacks, because if the meals are like bricks, the snacks are like the mortar that bring it all together, and these added extra calories to the diet really helps without having to add any extra time for preparation or anything like that. So first up, I have this all the time. It's chips and salsa, but regular chips are really packed with fat. You probably already know that. So I use these baked tostadas, which only have half a gram of fat, and the salsa is La Salsa Chilena, which comes without sodium, which is pretty dope. It is the best. I love this snack. And then over this last year, I've really gotten into Trader Joe's products. So I get their dried fruits, and their baby bananas and their dried mangoes are my favorite. They're super good. They're just natural. They don't add any sugar or anything like that. And then sometimes on the side, I'll have some almonds or some cashews, just some extra nuts to add some calories and protein. But try those baby bananas. Oh my gosh, they're so freaking good. Okay, and then my last snack. These are protein balls, and protein balls are fire. The recipe is stupid easy. It's 1 cup of dates, 1 cup of cashews, 2 scoops of Vivo Life vanilla or gingerbread protein. You blend it up in a food processor or like a blender or something, and you just roll them up, and sometimes I'll roll them into coconut flakes. It's a really quick one, but it adds like a ton of calories, protein, get you some good fats in there. It's really tasty. I don't know what I was just doing there. Ah, it's delicious. So I'm currently eating about 4,000 to 4,200 calories each day. I'm aiming for roughly 150 to 170 grams of protein. Sometimes I'm a little high, sometimes a little bit low. I drink about 1.5 gallons of water a day. I'm weighing roughly 195 to 196 pounds as of recording this, and I'm training 5 to 6 days a week in terms of bodybuilding workouts, as well as the cardio that I talked about earlier. Let me know if you guys like this new format. As always, check out Vivo Life for all vegan supplements. I pretty much use the entire lineup. You can use my code, it's Brian10 for a 10% discount. I'll put a link in the description below. And with that, my beautiful friends, I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. If you enjoyed the video, give a big old thumbs up. Let me know if you would eat your food as spicy as I make it in the comments below, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I will see you guys in the very next video.
Team me out, CT, lift heavy, die,